Welcome to today's podcast. We have a special guest, Mr. Avocado, who will share his insights and ideas about the best methods for learning English. Before we dive into these methods, let's understand how we learn. Knowing this will help you choose the best learning strategies. Welcome, Mr. Avocado. Thanks for joining us today. Let's start with the basics. There are two main types of learning, explicit and implicit. Can you explain the difference between them?
Absolutely. Explicit learning is when you're consciously aware of what you're learning, like studying grammar rules. Implicit learning, on the other hand, happens without you being fully aware. For example, listening to English conversations helps you absorb sentence structures and vocabulary without realizing it.
That's great. So, which type of learning is better for speaking English?
Implicit learning is generally more effective for speaking because it doesn't require you to think about grammar rules consciously, just like how you speak your native language effortlessly because the knowledge is implicit.
Perfect. Now, let's talk about 3 effective methods for learning to speak. What do you think about the first method, which is listening?
Listening is excellent because it's easy to incorporate into your daily routine. Listen while driving, exercising, or waiting in line. However, it's important to combine listening with speaking practice to be truly effective.
What about English speaking courses?
English speaking courses are great for beginners because they provide immediate feedback and help you improve quickly. But they do have some downsides, such as limited vocabulary, and eventually, they might become too easy, requiring you to look for other methods.
Lastly, how do you feel about the imitation method?
Imitation is a fantastic method, especially for intermediate and advanced learners. You listen to English stories or conversations and then retell them in your own words. However, it might be challenging for beginners, so starting with some basic speaking courses might be helpful before diving into imitation.
Thank you, Mr. Avocado, for these valuable insights. If listeners want to dive deeper into these methods, they can explore more by checking out our upcoming episodes, where we will cover detailed tutorials on imitation, recommend some excellent speaking courses, and provide tips for effective listening practices.
Thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure to be here.